figure, it's still a good figure. What part of that didn't you? This is Earthrise Scorponok, and that's a tub that has a bunch of my stuff in it. If you smell what the rock is Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip. Today we're going to be taking a look at the MP-54 Masterpiece Reboost. This is an official one, not like my last video review, which may or may not have been official, which is probably not official. This is an actual official Takara Tomy product. I saw this guy. I saw him in Skids. I'm not a big Skids fan. I don't like the way the head looks. I like the G1 toy head better than the cartoon head that they decided to go with. But I saw this guy and I was like, there's something familiar about this figure. And it's pretty cool. I like the little car thing. In this country, it wouldn't stand out, but it wouldn't necessarily match with what we have here. But in Japan, this figure, this alt mode would definitely have blended in very well. He is a, what is it? Honda City? What is it? Toyota City? Honda City R is what he turns into. You can see there he is next to Skids. There's all his little things. And there we go. That's enough for the box. Let's go ahead and bring the figure in. So out of the box, you get the figure. You also get this little scooter with a clear Spike figure for some reason. I don't know why they made him clear. I don't know. But you have a little clear figure of Spike, and you have the City R. Let's turn you a little bit. There we go. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the little Spike figure. It's the same figure you got with MP-54. Bends at the same places. This little Honda City R, I don't know what I'm saying. This little motorcycle thing does kind of transform a bit. It transforms into a little box or something. Sort of a box. Like, I haven't actually transformed it yet. To be honest, this will be the first time. So turn these around, and these go in here, and then this goes like this. And I'm pretty sure that these are supposed to do something, but it folds down like this so you can stick it in the back of the vehicle. So the vehicles came with these things, I guess. So if you ran out of gas, you could get to a gas station. We have the little Spike figure, who is fairly articulate and does tend to fall apart. And being clear doesn't help any. So he's clear plastic. He has, let's see, an articulate head. His arms rotate at the shoulders. Sorry, his arms rotate at the shoulders. I'm surprised they didn't pop off. He has a bit of rotation at his, a bit of wiggly waggly at his abdomen. His legs are on ball joints, and then these are sort of pinned in at the knee. So there's that. It was unnecessary, but you know, it's pretty all right. It's definitely not in scale with the figure, unless this guy's a 5-year-old. So yeah, unless this guy's a 5, 6, 7-year-old, he's not in scale with the figure. And here's the actual car. It's pretty nice. Right now, I have all the weapons. There is weapon storage, by the way. You can either store the weapons or you can store the scooter, but you can't do both. So take this and slide it out a bit. You can open this up, and then these all fit in here. These actually kind of tab in. There's a little is it on? You're on. It's hard to see it, but there's a little, there it is. Right there, there's a little rectangular thing, and that's for the weapons. You can also, if you want to stick this in here, but then you can't stick the weapons in there. Yeah, so it just sits in here. I guess it doesn't matter which way you put it, but just kind of sits in there like that. And you close the door, and there you go. And you drive off. He also has, cover that later, this here, which if you slide it forward and open it up, he has details for an engine. That's pretty darn cool. So yeah, you can also open the doors and stick the little figure inside there. It's not very well executed, to be honest with you. It really is not. You just kind of wedge them in there. There is no seat, but hey, it's something you can do, and you really can't see them through the glass, so it doesn't even make a difference. But hey, it's there if you want to do it. I just leave them on the little scooter, and that's about it. There is no plugging the weapons onto the vehicle like a lot of the other Masterpiece figures do. But that is fine because, again, he makes a fairly decent disguised robot. As a matter of fact, I think he does it better than Ironhide does because there is no Autobot symbol on him. He's just a little red car. So I don't have, what do I have? Where is, I have an Optimus. Here we go. Here's MP-10. So you can get an idea of his scale. He is definitely not in the right scale. He should be smaller than that because he's, but you know, it is what it is. He still looks pretty cool. Pretty nice little red figure that reminds me of somebody. I wonder who it could be. So to transform him, ouch, you're gonna slide his hood forward so you can lift it up, and then tuck his rear view mirrors inside, and we'll worry about closing that properly later. So we'll go ahead and open up this and slide it like that, and we'll get the little scooter out. It doesn't turn into a weapon or anything, it's just the little scooter. So do that and bring this stuff down a little bit and open the door so we have some clearance. Split these, and what are we going to do? We are going to lift these bits up like so. Lift these up. You want to lift those up so that you can swing these bits around like that. So when you do that, these will fit into a groove, he says. There we go. Those fit right there. And then take this piece rotates around, and bring these all down. This rotates around like this. This rotates around like this. Now you could stop and leave the wheel here and be like the G1 toy, but they actually added another step. So you can take this wheel, swap it on over, and you've got one leg just about done. Just make sure that you take this piece here and push it up, and it tabs right into there. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So we've got that up, bring this down, so that it will, whoops, connect into this piece here. Okay, we'll just wiggle this a little bit so it comes down. Flip the toe forward, flip the heel back, flip the wheel over, and then straighten this out so it plugs into there. So we've got the legs all taken care of. So now we're going to worry about the top half. So we'll go ahead and get everything loosened. And we will take these bits here, and these come on out. They do, I swear they do. So these come on out. Get them out. Start rotating everything a little bit. Get these out. Just be careful. You don't want to break nothing. So that rotates. So rotate the wheels like so for now. Okay, and then make sure that you close the hood. Then we're going to take these bits here. These bits go in like that. And let's raise the camera up just a wee bit. Whoops. Okay, so then we are going to open that bit up like so. Take that bit and it opens up like that. Bring this around, and this will plug into, there's a little, I don't know if I can show it. There's a little sort of, you can kind of see that little hole there, and that will fit right there. And then we will take the arm, rotate it around, and plug that back in again because it came out. There we go. Straighten out the arm. Do the same on the other side. Open this bit here. Bring it on over and plug it in. Okay, rotate the arm. Straighten everything out for now. Okay, this goes like this. And we want to, before we do that, we want to make sure we get these bits up like this because they're going to plug into a space under here. So do that, get that all situated. Okay. And then this folds in like this. And that comes down here and it slides into a groove down there. Bring out the head. Okay, make sure that these are in their respective grooves because groove is in the heart. Art. So we got those in. We had those in. There we go. Those are in. Okay, arms down, situated. Head is where it's supposed to be, and this needs to make sure it's slid into that spot. Okay, everything is tabbed in where it's supposed to be now. And again, this has to be tapped in. There we go. Arms are as they should be. Head is as it should be. Feet are almost. There's one more step. These have to click out a little bit. Like if you look at his leg, you can see that this leg is out more at the hip than the other one is. So you have to make sure that they're both like that. So there we go. We have our Reboost. And if that's not the most primey looking non-prime figure, like, this looks like Optimus Prime had a kid. This would be Lio Jr. if this was a lion. This would be Optimus Minor if he was a monkey. So, like, let me show you. Let me show you. We'll get these guys together. Let's move this up some. Just turn it some. I mean, look at that. Look at the heads. Look at the heads. The heads are very similar. The color scheme is similar, not perfect, but it's similar. Lots of red with blue. If this had more blue here, I mean, come on now. So let me raise up the camera so I can bring this in some, so we can take a look at the heads. Okay. I mean, just look at the heads. They're not perfect, but I mean, that is definitely a very primey looking head. You know, it's just the helmet part doesn't have that little baseball cap thing, but I mean, come on. That is very, very, very Optimus Prime. And as you can see, he is very short. But that's kind of what the Carbots were. A lot of them were short dudes. Woo! Went down a lot faster than I thought it would. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that means that when it comes to the Decepticons, well, yeah. And that always bugged me because I could have sworn that the Carbots were bigger. But maybe they just double teamed the Decepticons, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, there's that. Now you still have your little scooter thing. Let me see if I can get this back into its main mode. So here we have our little scooter, and we have our little human next to Reboost. And again, he is definitely not in scale, which is hard to see, but he is definitely not in scale. There's no way that's proper scale. I mean, look how big, oops, dang it. We're just gonna fold out one of the wheels to the outside. Look how big that wheel is compared to this guy, to this little Spike figure. I mean, that's almost half his body. You can't see it. That's almost half his body. So unless he's like 5 years old, that is no way that's in scale. I actually saw somebody use the Spike figure that came with Hound. That was actually in better scale. That really was. So now we have his weapons. So you have, most of his weapons don't actually plug into his hands, they plug into his arms. So you got one like that. You can take this apart. You can use this tabs into his arm as well. So if you want to, you can do that. If you don't like that look, you can also take this gun here. It opens up and a handle comes out. I can remember how to do it. And this actually fits in his hand and also plugs into his arm, so that, oh, I didn't even realize it. Yeah. So you can have him properly wielding a gun if that's what you want to do. I don't like having, because there's no real place to store his extra guns. You can just kind of slide them into this little cavity in the back, or what you can do is I take this one and I plug it in on top here. so that it looks like that. So now he's got a triple barrel gun, and then this one just stays on his other hand like so. So there's that. Yay! So let's go ahead and do articulation, because I forgot to do that. Head is, looks like it's just on a swivel. Is it on a swivel? No, it's on a ball, but it doesn't really do very much. So it turns 360. He can look up. Well, he can look up because of the transformation hinge, and that's it. He does have an Autobot symbol. It's in the car mode. It's underneath the windshield, so that's actually pretty impressive. His little wings can move back and forth. It's really about it. They don't do very much, his door wings. Rotate 360 here. There's a rotation here, gets you all the way up and all the way down. There's that there, which isn't supposed to move, but it's a really tight, dang it. I gotta plug something, whatever. He has rotation at the upper bicep. He has it's a single pinned elbow, but it bends so much it might as well be a double. He has ab rotation, no ab crunch. He has his legs, the hip skirts are on the legs, so it doesn't have that thing where there's only one little flap here and you have to move it. It's nicely ratcheted, goes all the way forwards. Let's see, doesn't go back at all because of this black piece above. I don't know why that's there. It didn't need to be there. It's just getting in the way. If you do need to get some back leg thing, you can just break his leg right there, and that'll give you the back that you need. He bends at the knee a little more than 90 degrees. His splits, he can not do a full splits. He's got a rotation at the upper thigh. I know it went out of order there. Sorry about that. Rotation at, not rotation. He's got the rocker there, and he's got a little bit of a back and forth on there. So he's got a pretty decent amount of articulation in his fingers. Surprisingly, he's got a trigger finger, and then the rest of his hands are on a single pin. So he unfortunately got typewriter hands, but hey, you know. And then you can still, if you want to, I think you can still open this piece up here. Can you? Yeah. So you can still open that up if you want to. That is totally up to you. So yeah, he is very articulate. He is a pretty nice looking little piece. I'm glad I got him. Do I know Reboost? Was he like in the comic or something? I don't know. Was he in the show? I don't know. I don't think so. I think this has more to do with the well, I don't really know. I really don't know. I think, well, there was the Honda's had a few city series. They had the City Turbo, which is what Skid turns into, and then the City R, which I guess stands for red, which is what this guy turns into. So that might be the story. And I think in Diaclone, the Diaclone Skid was black. I don't think he was blue. So, I mean, this might be a nod to that. I don't know. I also see very lot of Optimus Prime or Convoy, if you know you're from Japan. Either or, I see a lot of that resemblance. There's a lot of that resemblance, as if this was, you know, like, I don't know, kind of like the Alternity series. Optimus Prime was like a race car and he had a different kind of head. And this kind of reminds me of that. Huh. Maybe it's a nod to the Alternity. I don't know. But he is pretty nice. He is pretty cool. I like him a lot. He has lots of of detail. I mean, a lot of detail. You know, this is what I think of when I think of Masterpiece figures. There is a lot of detail on there, not too much, but it looks like it could have come out from the show, but it's not quite as smooth. This has that balance. That's what Masterpiece is to me. Why does that look like that? Anyway, that's what Masterpiece means to me, where it's looks like it looks like the character of the show, but at the same time, it looks like it could fit in the real world. It's not completely smooth and stuff. So I'm gonna get some of my quote unquote Masterpiece figures in for a frame just to see how they fit. So we got him, got my Brawn from, I forgot what it's called, the one where you got the three robots together. Here's my Huffer, still a good Huffer, but if I'm honest with you, I think that Fans Toys, as much as I hate to admit it, has knocked it out the box with their rendition of Huffer. So, oops, sorry, finger got in the way. So here we have like a little family picture, so to speak, of, you know, group shot of a bunch of Autobots. And there we go. And it looks nice. It looks good. I can dig it. I wish I was able to leave this set up like this and just have my Autobots in there, because I just like the fact that they're standing and they're inside the Ark, and it, you know, I don't know, I've always wanted to be able to do this. So maybe when I finally do move, I will have a spot where I can, why do your legs look like that? I'll have a spot where I can set up a diorama for my figures. And yeah, hope somebody makes a new head for this guy. I think that's really the only thing wrong with this guy is his head. It looks very, very off. But that said, I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and ciao. Also, I got this from TF Source. Ciao.